Hopes high for G2 because they're usually cursed when they pick DUST2, they lose. But it worked out for them versus Astralis, so we'll see.
We shall see. I'm glad you kind of brought it down a notch. I didn't want to be overly dramatic too soon, and I agree with you. I mean, a lot of those rounds from Astralis did kind of seem like they were just looking to stomp off of an easy map 1 win. And it didn't quite transition to that DUST2 success. So, time to find out. BiG are no slouches, and I think G2 realized that. But right now, we've got the utility on Catwalk, which, of course, the CTs see. Has nothing there. 3 players out long, and a bomb working its way through the tunnels. The 1B player from BiG has actually just left the bomb site. So while these kills go down on the top of mid, it's really keto whose position is most important. He's got kennyS challenging him in this 1 versus 1, but he can't quite catch the kill. But kennyS dancing around the box is dead, and keto had a teammate to come bail him out of a very sticky situation. So what's left of G2 and Jackson Amanek has to retake the bomb site before the bomb is planted. So many players inside of it. This one has gone to hell. Amanek is all that's left over. He doesn't quite know where they've got off to, and there's nothing he can do about the players on plat or the one behind car. Assuming these CTs don't peek, Amanek has no way to get in here. Tizian.
Okay.
Not yet. Oh, and he's
getting close
now.
Okay.
Oh my, that's Tizian never peaked.
Yeah.
That's so frustrating.
Just like mad for him. Yeah. Good on you, Tizian. Now that was, I don't think a single nice shot was hit that whole round. So they could have looked very different if G2 hit their entries. But they had this cool idea to do the fake towards Long. Like Long was wide open, they threw smokes, they fell back. Nexa failed his kill. kennyS shot almost 2 full mags at one guy in window. Neither of them could kill each other. So I think that one rested on at least somebody hitting a nice shot overall. But lucky for BiG that they bid on the fake and then still won.
So now we jump into the conversion. And G2 have very, 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 very little to work with. A singular flashbang. It's going to have to be one hell of a solar flare.
This strat is called...
going to do anything for the B site.
A flash of brilliance. No, okay, never.
Yeah, real brilliant. Keto and Xantares, they're going to mow down 4 players as the brilliance is a bust. The flash never getting out of tunnels. And 3 players still alive for BiG, but oh my.
It lined up, and then it just bounced off the wood back out into the playground. Wow, thanks so much, Amanek.
Let's forget that one ever happened if we're G2 and move along. We've got guns on each side. BiG, good start, but now they face AKs. A flash of brilliant.
I've never named a strat in a round, and of course it's the one where they have one piece of utility.
Oh, my cheeks hurt from laughing.
Maybe you should stand up.
Yeah, maybe. Oh my god. Down here at the bottom of mid, tabseN's tucked behind the doors. The Molotov's not going to burn him into the open. And the flash won't pester him much either. Playing for cat control, it seems. Molly fizzles out. Smoke goes by it. A second smoke grenade as well here. So that does call the attention of tabseN over, but there is no commitment behind this.
He wants to push so badly. He's like, give me the call. Try to flank top. Who is it waiting? Nexa's waiting. I want to say Nexa's usually very responsible when it comes to holding these pushes, but they're out. Through the molly. Trades are okay. Actually quite good. Wow, they kill everybody in the spawn. Long-range duels go badly, and finally Tizian will come barreling down mid, but he's got the short barrel of his MP9.
All right, Searson with the no-scope, almost getting that peek onto the player looking the other direction, but kennyS gives cover. and the bomb goes down. G2 rocking it through middle. I mean, a good job by Tabson in CT spawn to molly off the 2 Ts. Almost got the second kill because they were so clumped up on one another, but he died and the trades were good. I mean, this round really, it's that 3K from Hunter that really got them into the B bomb site and whatnot. Sure, Searson, he gets the tip of the hat for the no scope in the end of it, but it is G2 Esports on the board, 3 rounds deep.
I do like how they just decide to fight CT spawn, knowing that they didn't get a kill last round, so there's going to be a lot of SMGs. Whereas they could have smoked it and allowed people to rotate closer and then been a victim of smoke spams instead. So those kills could actually be regarded as easier than post-plant kills in some sense. And now Tizian, again, he just really wants to push. So he's going to go up to top mid. Now up from Cat, flash to assist. Kenny takes some damage and he'll get a kill. Tizian's looking sharp. He does well to get that frag, but now the M4 is in an unrecoverable position.
Darn. That was their hardest hitting weapon, but okay. I take that back. It's Searson with a scout. I have to forget that when Searson has a scout,
right,
the gun just seems to be twice as good as with anyone else.
What do you think about his scout skin?
The blue spruce?
The blue spruce, yeah. Dr. Seuss.
Very lame.
Spruce.
Yeah, somebody get this man something hot.
My favorite would be the blood on the water. But wait a second. Hunter gets that kill, and it's two players with some utility, good weapons versus Tabson, who's low. However, body shot Deagle is good. 1v2 now, and he got an extra hit off onto Hunter.
Yes, he did. Ooh, there it is, though. Headshot versus Keto. I mean, Keto had the chance. You heard the bullet zinging by Hunter, and on 50 HP, yep, Zanteres. Oh, gets called out. Hunter is on one. 3 kills last round, 4 frags this time. And that right there is 2 rounds thanks to Hunter. Obviously very cost-effective for BiG. Good job. But it's another round for G2.
Wow, every shot was really nice. It's a quick tap. Control from Hunter. All headshots. That was looking like a Shoxy round almost. Shoxy level of 4K right there.
Whoa, look at this. The Conga line up middle.
$300.
Everybody's dead in 14 seconds.
Kenny should let other people get those kills, but that's no fun. All right, well, Searson will upgrade from the blue spruce to the green spruce. Don't know what actual skin he's using. Looking for the fast cat pick this time around. Kenny is buying guns with the bomb on his back. Peek down middle, no one rushing fast cat. How far will Searson go? Take the collar off. Oh, he looks for the jump spot.
Whoa, they're sticking around with that one, giving Searson a second chance. Had there been a player close cat, maybe he runs into the sniper, but it's for that reason Searson doesn't stick around too long.
They're, well, everyone knows that G2's got a mean mid to B. And at the moment, if they have a better time to try it. The only thing is, I guess they don't know where Searson is. Didn't see him on... Or no, they did see him on cat.
They should have.
Yeah.
The only thing is they don't know where Searson has gone.
Yeah.
Answer is not too far. Sitting over by car. He waits for them to walk into this. I don't know if this is the way to play it, boys. You've got Tabson on the bomb site with Zem4, Searson ready as ever, scoped in. Flash indicates the hit, and Searson nails it. But it is a quick trade from Aminex Mac 10 of all things. Poor sniper couldn't get out of danger's way. Tizian from long A ducks back behind cover as the B rotates do arrive, and they want to get into position before the T's can actually sneak back onto Cat. There's Hunter popping up on the edge of the smoke. Doesn't seem like Zanteres saw him, but Tizian's into the equation with 2 kills already. Has to get the reload and will. Then faces Hunter on catwalk, and that's Hunter's 10th kill. His 3rd big multi-kill. Another 3K from Hunter gets G2 their 4th.
I think we're going to have one of those Hunter maps. Like, we're going to have I feel like this one's going to be for the books based on how well he's playing right now. He's been laser sharp, really, with this AK entries of Cat and everything. Love the look from G2 to cross Cat that way, where Searson, I think they maybe half expected him to be there, but they kept it simple and made sure he couldn't fall back, which is key. They didn't give him a number of shots, so they let him have a kill, but then they instantly were in position to trade. BiG had moved back into position with Tabson very quickly, so that was a big out for them, but again, the trades were even better for G2. Very tight spacing.
Okay, I'd like to see what just happened there with Keto. A wallbang deagle headshot, why not? Oi, Kenny S. Quick, minute flick. 3 players on the other side of these doors, man. If he plays around too long with Xantares, he could get pushed real hard. But with the damage being done onto Hunter, we see everybody from G2 kind of working back towards the B site, and BiG, they are getting ahead of this. Now, they don't have much to work with, but at least their bodies, physically, are in the way from stopping G2 from bagging a freebie.
This Keto angle is my favorite for holding the site. Usually they walk out watching window. Oh, but he'll move up now.
Oh my god, Xantares gets one off the deagle. Hunter will trade it. They still don't know about Keto, and he's got 2 players turned. Hunter, fast trade frag, but it's a trade because G2 are still hemorrhaging. Hunter, less than half health. Kenny S on the AK. CT's wrapping this one from both directions. Kenny's going to plant tuck safe. Hunter had eyes on tunnels momentarily, but he's trying to find that timing, knowing that any moment, 1 or 2 CTs can just burst out the doorway. Tizian's creeping in.
Saw him.
Yeah, he saw Hunter, but I don't think Hunter saw him.
No, he did.
Oh, okay. All good then. Yes, all good in the hood for G2 Esports. 5-2.
That's how you play the game. He saw, as Hunter completely saw him, and then just went to watch door and told Kenny has to watch tunnels. So now the guy tunnel is absolutely terrified that Hunter's going to peek him, and Kenny S gets the free kill.
So that Keto deagle was just blindly through a tunnel smoke. Very nice.
That's what you get for defaulting Almanac. See if you try that again.
Player up catwalk and Searson. Double sniper setup from BiG. Here comes the flashbangs. Keto's able to weather the first storm. Easy second peek up. Anybody else want to give him a shoulder? Or are you going to use Kenny S's entry on CT to try and get out of dodge? Here's Tizian from the top of mid, finds great timing and a nice bit of rifle control to transition into the head of Amanek. Nexa's in the clutch. Unfortunately for him, already half HP.
So 2 things. G2 tried to go molly out back K-Sharp, but they bumped into each other when he was supposed to throw that Molotov. So worst case, it's supposed to be one person gets opt, one person throws the molly, but then somebody bumped into somebody on the way out of the tunnels, and then the molly came late, and Keto got 2 free shots off. And then the other thing is that this is like a very G2 round in a sense. They love to put a ton of pressure on one choke point, fake an exec, and just have one person slide out and go for a pick like Kenny S just did. They have a great strat on this map where they take a lot of long control, and then they go for a quick mid B. And Nexa calls stuff like this all the time. I actually love it. But quietly, Nexa has gotten, 1v3 bomb kind of planted out in the open. It's nice and open, too, where you can go cat and have a shallow angle to shoot it from. And, oh my god, they heard this, didn't they? No.
Didn't. Oh my god, he lines up. Oh, what could have been. He would have had Searson cut off on the cross as well. And I mean, that would have been difficult with the sniper versus AK. Maybe he doubles back towards
No, he
Cat.
just goes back to cat, yeah.
Oh, what could have been.
Oh my god.
What could have been.
That was...
Defuse comes through. Props to BiG for the retake. But, I mean, nice effort.
Damn. Xantares at 13 health, too.
Yep.
That's tough. Lots of money here for G2. So, a very expensive round for BiG despite winning. It's kind of scary for them that was so wide open and actually came that close. But that's BiG that's G2 even messing up right there. So Tizian, he's been trying to push all game long. Finally gets one off. aggression here.
Keep forgetting Big picked this map. That our map picks were inverted.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like the I keep looking at the radar. I'm like, wait, is that really picked by Big? But yeah. They wanted to take it here. They've got their hands full, but they are also fighting tooth and nail. G2 kind of cooling off this round.
Kind of nuts that we've only seen long control once and on the pistol, and it was a fake.
Yeah, good point. It's been neglected.
Not very DUST2 like. Well, Big have been falling back into the late round. They just wait the aggression out, flash Searson off, and now they've got a very regular setup now on the A site. But do they want to fight Searson in the same way? Does Tizian feel comfortable pushing long again? Well, why doesn't G2 mid to be here? That's my question. Oh, there you go.
Here's your answer. But Tito's got the response. 2 kills with the op. Kenny will stop him before he nails a third, but then he also anticipates the CT peek. There's somebody else back there. 7 seconds. Searson waiting just long enough. Jax, unable to clear the site fast enough, dies as Xanteres shoots him in the backside. It's a 4th round for Big. Just 1 away from tying this up on DUST2.
Nicely done from Keto. A couple of good op shots there. After,
cool.
you know, Big, G2 set things up well. It seems like Big are getting a bit scared about trying to push too far. So G2, I think they've decided that they'll get the round that they want out of the CT setup if they wait long enough. And they did. So they can try it again. So aimed higher. Everyone on G2 had over 50% headshots on Inferno. That's a pretty strong stat. Even Kenny S, huh? He does hit way too many op headshots for no reason.
Right. Well, also then thinking to myself too, Kenny S, man, and the 2 times we've seen him, or 3 times we've seen him play Inferno in this event, not always opping on that T side. I feel like I've seen Kenny with an AK more often lately.
Yeah, on Inferno he never does. Unless he one time I think he opted picked up from Xanteres, or Xanteres must have dropped to somebody, but he picked up Xanteres' op.
Interesting. Back into it with, of course, a buy on each side. No sniper. Speaking of no sniper for Kenny S, yet again on the AK. You talked about the lack of long A plays. Well, I think maybe it's time for one. 4 players from G2 grouped out outside of it. Frag grenades, if they were just 2-3 seconds
almost
later.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like 3 kills. They will put the smoke down, and Searson's attention's on it. Easy pickup versus Jack, but now those flashes cause a bit of an issue. Or do they? Not for Big, that is. Tizian, 2 easy kills, and Searson gets his double. So the long lockdown works out wonderfully. They've got the bomb over there in full control, so be it if Hunter has the B site. He didn't hold on to it very long. Xanteres ties this game up at 5 rounds apiece.
Feels like everything Big's been doing has been waiting for a long A play, finally. Like, they've had Searson on A, they've had 2-man setups on A, they've been waiting for, like, the delayed long take the whole time, and despite that, have been able to win rounds, which is pretty amazing for Big. But, yeah, now that it finally comes, I guess G2 were just delaying that because they're scared of Big's long control, and now pay the price of finally getting caught after some good patience.
Nasty nade.
Yikes.
They were hoping to make anything of this unarmored pistol round. Well, that second frag, gonna remind them how much the first hurt. Second shot from Searson. Misses the mark, but he's already got the kill, so everybody's stranded here in no man's land. Amanek and Kenny left over, tapping away with the AK. Xanteres, a little bit of a delayed headshot, but he gets 1 as Searson cleans up shop. That's a 3-piece for the sniper of Big as they take the lead.
Really nice anti-eco. They had the nade along every step. It was a death run map. They decided to go through. Nade top blue bin. Nade on cat. Op shot in. No chance to plant. 6-5. Double op setup. Keto and Searson once again. Kenny opping. Very open map, of course, for T side. Not surprised to see him picking it up every round. on this map. And oh man, another fantastic grenade. There's been about 300, 400 damage in the last 3 rounds, Connor.
Yeah, after this round comes to a conclusion, I'm checking utility damage in server. It's got to start skyrocketing. Definitely in the favor of BiG. Mostly from Tabson as well, but Kenny S looking for that headshot in mid. Looking to keep up the plus 50. Ooh, nope, doesn't connect.
398 utility damage so far. Pretty much just
quick
those
math.
rounds. Ooh, Tizian, he's getting away with a lot with these pushes, but he doesn't win the duel actually.
Very close. Very close. 5 HP left over on Amanek. So yeah, he loses his life, but at least the 4 teammates he still has are on full bars of blue. The yellow graph, not so healthy.
Okay, boys, group and explode 3v4. Let's give it our best shot. 25 seconds left. Unless they're going to save now, which it doesn't seem like they're going to do. They're actually attempting a fake with poor Amanek on red HP. Hunter looking up for the entry, is following on the ramp, and he's sure to get off. Keto's there, in fact. To get another couple. Very nice map from Keto so far. That is
very difficult job here for G2 to try and bust through the sniper on this A site, whether it's Searson on car or this round Keto. I do feel like A has been causing them some troubles. You asked about, where the mid to be is, and they went for that one, but even then they're getting pinched. It seems like BiG kind of finding their comfort with these snipers everywhere across the map.
That's true, yeah. Even on mid to B, they got opt by 2 guys got off from window by Keto, and then they eventually got opt from Searson as well, pushing through their mid B setup smoke. They're not doing some of the regular stuff, but I don't know why G2 are not trying their fake long control to mid to B fast, or anything fast for that matter. It's not like them. But then again, they always lose DUST2.
Except for when they win it. See, the problem of 16-2ing Astralis on DUST2 is that, you're following map of the same map is, the pressure's high. They've raised expectations out of nowhere. That's a difficult encore to really nail.
Like, how can you be excited about practice after you beat Astralis on DUST2? You can never show up for practice again on DUST2.
Nope.
To practice their death matching. It's the Deagle train.
Choo choo.
Quick mid B.
Off of the flash pop, perhaps. Tabson ready for it. Smoke grenade greets him. He'll put down the Molotov, but half of the players, no, 3/4, get by. Now all 5 trying to barrel their way up through mid. Zantares weathering the storm well. Keto giving cover. Both the B players have lost half their health, but there's no actual entry from G2. Amanek, he buys a bit of time by hiding inside of the smoke. Getting his paws on an AK could help, but it gets cut down by Tizian. So, you look at the health here for BiG, you see where the openings could have been, and nearly still were. Keto, 12 health makes the difference there. That would have been a bomb plant and a 1v4 attempt with half of the players gone. But no, sir, not meant to be. G2 stagnant at 5 rounds as BiG now lead 8-5.
Well, Zantares is continuing to play well from INFERNO. He was almost the player to save them from losing that map. And now, the Searson Tizian combo is huge.
Ooh.
Kenny S, oh my god, he just hit 3 op shots in a row. Searson goes down after 2, and now we're starting off with a more fiery tempo.
Everybody's dead. Everybody's already almost dead, man. Kenny S shooting 3 bullets, one of which was a collateral. You don't want to peek those mid doors. Don't do it. Close them. Close the mid doors. Give BiG a chance. Obviously a bit of a one-off here. We haven't seen that level of success coming out of Kenny S's sniper. And it all just stacked up. That was like 5 rounds of op damage culminating in the first 5 seconds of this 14th round. And it works wonders for G2. Obviously, bomb plant now at the B site, a 6th round on the board, and a good chance to bag a 7th. Are we going to get 8-7 first halves on both of these maps? It's doable.
Yeah, maybe. I do think it's been pretty been pretty good so far for BiG after. I mean, they've adjusted and figured stuff out. Whereas G2 kind of feels like they're doing more questionable stuff now, or like not doing stuff that I wonder why. Fake control to mid B, fast long control, full executes on cat when they've been trying to do these contact explodes, even though it worked once. Fast mid to Bs in general. I feel like there's a lot of stuff they haven't tried that they normally like to do.
Tizian looking to survive here. Hunter's giving chase. That's him done. Or not. 2 kills with him. Okay. I thought the flashbang was going to be enough, but he gets the parting gift. Although, of course, economy damage, so be it. It is the 15th and final round of this first half. Take a look. Kenny S peeks up. He just sees an armada of counter-terrorists. Hot damn. Now there's 2 snipers from the CTs. One of which in mid on Keto. Kenny S finds no early damage at the start of this one, and it's a hyper-aggression from Searson. Called out. Kenny's called out. He tried to walk down suicide, and Searson grants him the gift of death. A 5v4 here turned 5v3. Again, it's the snipers. If they're not dying while they overface Kenny S in mid, they are doing wonders of curbing off the body count from G2. Keto also down tunnels, gets himself another. It's a 2v5 attempt for G2 to close out their T half, and it all comes to an abrupt halt because of Keto and Xantares. 9-6 for BiG. Join us after the halftime break to see who closes DUST2. Welcome back. I hope the halftime break was enough time for y'all to catch your breath because BiG took the wind out of the sails of G2 at the end of that one. The snipers all over the place for BiG. I mean, almost omnipresent here between Searson and Keto. And it just seems a little bit too much to handle in that first 15. But we are very quickly into an offensive from G2. They've got Hunter down in the lower tunnels with 2 CTs fighting top mid. Hunter finds a bit of success, but he needs to lend a helping hand at the top of middle because one of those 2 players is dead. Kenny can't quite catch it. And Nexa from inside of the double doors. Oh, he is all that's left over. BiG about to grab their double digits. Unless Nexa pulls out something huge.
No, it's definitely looking like a nice 3-mapper here. Nice 3-mapper here. I think we're going to get strapped in for a 3-mapper. It's looking really good for BiG now. Yeah, BiG stocks are they're through the roof. People are lining up outside the exchange with their tickets out. How would they sound, Connor, in the 1960s, trying to get some BiG stocks?
Try to get some BiG stocks. Hey, anybody got some BiG stocks here? I'm from New York in the 1960s. You got some BiG stocks? I got small stocks, medium stocks, but no BiG stocks. How about some trades? I'm looking for trades. I'm looking for work. I want to do something for me. Let you help me make this happen. Next, 26 HP, not much left here. I mean, the facing him, the bomb's halfway gone. What's he going to do about it?
You're from North Jersey or South Jersey?
From the Bronx.
Okay. Oh man, I tried to mute. Oh man, okay. I love that. And I love to see BiG doing well, you know? Big success here. They smoke mid on this round? Surely. Long control here with the Deagles.
Oh man, but everybody's on the opposite side of the map. There's going to be no action in this one. Or is there?
There may be. It always seems free, and then people slow down a lot, and then the CTs take control of things, and a push will come out, and it comes a lot down to this pain point of Searson, but he's only got the... Oh my god, he's going to be throwing a nade. They're going to be flanking him here with a scout. Will he do it with the blue spruce?
Kinda keeps an eye on it. Hunter. Oh, Hunter got a headshot. Hunter's ready for another, but it's Tizian to crouch wide. Now here comes that top mid push. Searson's ready for it. He's calling it, but he misses the shot. Good thing the USP has more bite than bark. It's a silent weapon, but I feel like G2 heard those headshots from the other side of the planet. 3 CTs, or Ts rather, left, and they only needed 1. Tizian gets that final kill. 2 casualties here against BiG, but it's a 5-round lead at a comfortable 11-6 start to the T side.
That was close. That was a close call. Searson, they wish they had head armor for that one. Searson missed his first scout shot, which is something you don't say very often, and then had to hit 2 clean USP ones. But of course, these offers always have to rely on their sidearms. Usually quite good with them. Tizian flashing himself out long, and it's another stack towards this side of the map. It's going to be a big clash. 4 versus 3 right now. 5 versus 3.
Damn. 2 kills off of it. Tizian's kind of stuck in position, but Xantares isn't going to let him die alone. They're going to fight to the death, side by side. It's Xantares, in fact, who dies alone. Jax wants to walk away here. 32 health, a deagle, and BiG heading towards the opposite bomb site because they know it's free for the taking. So this will be a 12-6. But again, G2, you know, making something from nothing. That's kind of the reason they won Inferno, was a couple of crucial rounds where they pulled it out of thin air. And that hasn't quite happened here on DUST2. Not yet. No, BiG in full control, minimizing mistakes and maximizing their advantage. Of course, we take a look to G2 as this should be their bye.
Mm-hmm. Now, this was the pick of BiG. We were just kind of hyping up G2 because of their recent, big win recently versus Astralis. But clearly, still some holes. And I think more clearly, just still a really strong map for BiG, despite how well or how badly G2 may or may not be playing. Now, there's a good opening kill, and the double op setup will now be the threat that BiG try to deal with. You don't answer with a double op threat, of course, on the T side, but you do have to deal with it. If they break the economy of G2, it could be a quick path to the finish line. But it'll be about proving that they can at least do that once. And right now, it's like a decent situation. However, Zonteris, he grabs his kill on Nexa, gets away. Low HP, but still, he gets away. And because there's 2 ops, it almost doesn't matter that he has this level of health. Depending on where he takes his duel, Hunter will get his kill to the back of B, and that shuts down the opportunity to go for a mid to B.
Bogdan's Law. Zentera is now on the sniper. He goes up catwalk. He's going to be contesting Kenny, who has just ripped Tizian out of the situation. Erased him from the equation. Number 2 pencils only. Kenny S drops the flashbang. He hears that off-shot zing by. Zanteras actually gets it while somewhat blind, and then Tabson follows with an additional kill. This is quite wild, but there's 24 HP left for BiG's players combined, both of which now on snipers, both of which now down long. And it's Hunter who's going to have to try and contest this on his own.
He hears one run to pit. So this might give him a weird...
Oh, no, Tabson.
Oh, what happens?
Vital error.
That patience from Hunter. Oh my god.
Yeah, just sat there, waited. Tabson pulls his knife out, wanted to wrap back around Cat. Zanteras is in pit, knowing there's a player close. Amanek sticking the defuse through the smoke. Of course, he doesn't have a kit, so if he comes off it, there's no chance at the win, but Zanteras, okay. All right. That happens.
Well, that was a sweet shot, at least. But the bomb gets defused. It's perfectly played in the 2v2. The way Amanek throws the smoke, wraps around the other way, kind of diffuses from the side, awkward angle, how Hunter doesn't push out. Exquisite. Chef's kiss. Nicely done from G2 in the 2v2, even though it was a 4v2, and BiG almost should have won there.
That's it. You know, BiG didn't close that 2v4, but they did a great job of even getting it so close and finding a bomb plant in the middle of it. So, you know, there's a silver lining there for the offense. Tizian, opening kill. Comes barreling out long A. He is very much stuck behind Big Blue, but he still fires back. And he's come out here for pit control. He's still looking for it. A little gap in the smoke almost cost him. Kenny was very much focused on it. Hunter to be challenged here out tunnels. The second flashbang blinds him. Amanek laying down the utility as well. They see the T's on the cusp of the tunnels, and Amanek now has cover. Difficult spot for him as 3 T's stacked up. A banked frag grenade that misses the mark, but again, it's teammates that are keeping Hunter so comfortably in this position. Everybody from this B bomb site has died. The only success was really Tizian elsewhere on A, and it comes to a close to the favor of G2. They now trail by 4, and there was losses versus them, but BiG are going to have to take a timeout and figure out the solution.
I'm going to take a look again at Hunter's first map, because he's already at the 20 on this one, and he was playing so damn well on Inferno that must be talked about. I'm pretty sure he was a top fragger on that map. Yeah, he had 25 on that map as well. So up to 45 kills across these 2 maps already. This one's not done, and it does come down to the M4A1 silenced, Connor. How good is the M4A1 silenced?
Yeah, it looks good too, that shattered glass. But look at this fun fact. The DUST2 pick might have confused people. Yours truly. But BiG are 3-0 on the map against G2 this year. It makes sense. I think you mentioned it briefly. You know, it's no matter how good that win over Astralis looked for G2, we can't forget that BiG are an excellent DUST2 team. It's one of the maps that they used to cement themselves at the start of 2020. So, I mean, no real shocker.
Yeah, to top off the head-to-head, of
course.
They've got the 3-0 versus G2, which is a cool thing to point out. And then they're also, I think, out of 13 maps, 80% win rate, something like that. Actually, to make sure I'm not going to pull that out of my ass. I'm going to look. But yeah, a very strong map for them no matter what.
For sure. They're going to try with just their Glocks and Deagle to get out tunnels. Amanek pops up, sees a bunch of bodies. He's hiding and hoping that Spearson can't close him, but Amanek doing a good job back and forth with Hunter's help. His now 23rd frag of this second map. An excellent series for Hunter. 3 rounds, the lead still for BiG, buying up on both sides of this one. I just think this entire series is going to be close maps time and time again. This is a really fun head-to-head. Both these teams are delivering.
I got an Elliott fact. Before we got into the series, across the 5 maps, BiG played an average of 30.4 rounds in their 5 maps that they played because they had so many overtimes. Yeah. So they are 8-2 on DUST2 in their most recent games, and at ESL Pro League Season 12, they went 5-1.
Ooh, so if G2 were to win so convincingly over Astralis, that'd be one thing because we saw Astralis make the, whatever questionable plays they may have. If G2 can win DUST2 versus BiG with such a substantially successful record for the clan, now that's something, especially seeing as they are fighting off of the back foot, having had BiG finish the first half 9-6. We've had 3 rounds apiece since the first 15 came to their conclusion. Oh, but a 5v4 bodes well for BiG. That B site's completely evacuated, and while the utility pressure is drawing G2 to this A site, it's the bomb magnetized at B.
Yeah, it was a bad gamble. This isn't one of those emergency situations where they have to gamble. This is just where they figured they'd try it, and it's a bad call. They have Almanac pull all the way into CT spawn. Kenny S decided to walk out of CT spawn into long A. If it was A, it was over. But at this point, with the B play, it's a complete save. No other option. Hampson's here to see if he can pounce on some lurkers, but I assume he's not going to act too quickly. They're so broke. They have no utility left over. They'll want to buy next round, and it'll take everything that they have. So this will be BiG getting 13. But with an equal chance of winning next round for G2, considering they just have to rebuy their utility for the most part. 3-0 win streak comes to a close here for G2. Little streak for what it's worth. But yeah, the hole's been dug. They're in it. They started 6 rounds on the half. They lost the second pistol round.
Yeah.
So this will not be an easy feat.
Back into it. At least they didn't lose everybody in that last one. So yes, the streak technically comes to a close, but it wasn't a total blowout. It hinged on a singular death and a bad gamble. Let that be your lesson, kids. This skin right here from Hunter, that's the Galactica something that I was talking about. Okay. Jax has it too.
The Battle Star.
Yeah.
Does look like a spaceship.
Ooh, flashbang over Jax. He hasn't been checked. But he walks into it and Tabson's able to react fast enough. Now the A site's really under pressure. But G2 are going to think, damn, do we over-rotate again? They're still reeling. From that last stack, utility goes down deep on Cat. Kenny S still in the middle of it all. But these T's are so close to rounding the corner. And I mean, he is standing on full display. Now with the smokes down, he is honed in. Nice flick. A second from Kenny. A third. Phenomenal hold coming out of Kenny S. Tizian's able to answer as he spams through smoke for the second into Hunter. We're left with the 2 versus 2. Xanterra's separate from Nexa on Cat with a crisp headshot. Puts it on Almanac. Not his best map as he sits at a dilapidated 8-17. Bombs gone down. Kenny S surging the server with an electrifying 3K. Is it enough for Almanac to close? He is standing on Tizian. He finds him. Shot to the back of the head. He knows where Xanterra's is at. A single flash is all he has. He gets on the bomb and he loses the duel. It's BiG to find 14.
That was so close, man. But you can never take away what we just saw with that Kenny S 3K. I lost it. That first shot was enough for me. This is a crazy... Oh, that flick is so fast, man. Woo.
Look at Oriz.
Damn.
And look where it leaves them. That was the power play of the day coming out of Kenny. but it's just not enough. BiG are superior on DUST2. That's the lesson we've learned here on the second map of the series. G2 aren't dead just yet, but, you know, they're right in the will. They're calling the family members. Somebody's going to have to fish him out of this situation. A walkout long. No matter what happens. I mean, you could go ahead and stack 5 players on A. It's the right call to make, but they're so ill-equipped for the situation. Jax, ooh, insta-dink. Good early damage. No kills. No, we were looking for the frags. The damage is there. It's across the board versus BiG, but this is 6 map points to extend the series to overpass.
Yeah, they could make it a long game. There's still a chance. It's just unlikely. Look at this. 3 players at round 25, under 10 kills on G2.
Yikes.
You know, yeah, the only... Wow. Yeah, really rough game from Nexa. That's saying a lot. He's been one of their best performers recently.
Uncharacteristic. Ayoy. Kenny S is still in the server. And while we question the other 3, I mean, let's be real. Kenny S and Hunter have looked superb. So the long clash is an exchange of frags, and Hunter looks to reposition to the closest of corners. Tabson's got that bomb. He learned his lesson on Inferno, so he'll walk away with it. Keto, he drops off of Catwalk, besting Kenny S. That's one of the 2 hard hitters taken out of this 25th round. We're even at the 3v3. Hunter tries to activate. He saw the trajectory of the smoke over mid, telling him Xanterras was still towards spawn, and there is a player in Goose in the form of Nexa. Sure, 5 frags across this map, but for him to get 2 right now would be massive. And yes, he will close alongside Hunter. This map not done yet.
Yeah, it's one hell of a save. They got Kenny with the opening kill. Of course, Hunter makes a heads-up play. It's a weird timing, but as you mentioned, he had that little bit of information, the smoke that went over, and that was enough for him. So some good individual moves here to bring things back. I don't even know how he ended up there in the first place, but it was a good spot to be. Officially into the double digits. Still time to recover your scores if you're really down there for G2 with Hunter and Kenny S performing like this. A couple of very successful long walkouts here for BiG. At least in the beginning. Oh, that one ended in a recovery for G2, but still. It was a strong way to start.
Ooh. They want to go for these peaks down tunnels.
They don't have an op. Oh my god, they never recovered Kenny's op. Yikes.
Oh, he sees the shoulders. Hunter, he could line them all up. Racks up the 1 kill. Now it's on Kenny. They don't fully commit fast enough, though. He now has a second rotate. Ooh, gets his crosshair back into position. That could have been awful for him. And here's Nexa trying to bail them out of trouble. Bomb has been dropped outside of the tunnels, so BiG cannot retreat. They have to fight forward despite the heavy opposition. Nexa, he's going to get burned into the open by that Molotov. Doesn't take anybody down with him. Tabson doing it dirty. 2 kills back for him. Now, these last remaining players from G2 have a health advantage, but they're running in before they need to. Bomb's not been planted. Jax catching Tabson off. A no-scope from Searson. That's nasty. But Amanek is lasting. The last member up gives G2 their 11th.
That's so awkward. That is so awkward. I mean, they had such a good hold with Kenny S and Hunter to get 1 kill. Hunter should have got 2. Kenny did well to get 1. He messed up his movement trying to get on the box. They threw some amazing flashes to delay as long as possible, and then Nexa dropped a spray you don't normally see, and yeah, it was very messy. G2 would just be happy to get that one over with, move on to the next.
Pressure out long A. Whoa, whoa. Hyper aggression. Tabson just facing through smoke, but it does set up Xanterras. He is the AK player. Other pistolman out from Catwalk, but now it's Xanterras sectioned off. Unable to make the most of that cat distraction. Tizian does have a CT in an awkward position, but he can't quite find him. He will eventually get there, but so will G2. A 12th round on the board. 3 map points to remain.
Now it's only 3. Course. So the buy is going to come in. And we've got the upgrade back to the op, which, you know, that's full power here for a G2. And an AUG on Amanek, very strong buy to go up against BiG. What are they deciding on is the question. Who needs what utility? Because surely they're going to spend their money here, correct? Timeout called here for BiG to discuss things. They've had a few things work out well. They've got a great long spawn on Keto. That's got to be tempting. By that same token, they've got a B spawn to work with as well. It doesn't seem like that's the move, though, versus the amount of utility they know G2 have at the moment. Oh my god, they're actually saving to get the op.
Okay.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
That's funny because it's like the more responsible option, but it's also like, you know, you are giving up a round potentially this close to the end.
Oh, Kenny's so blind. Oh, he even
there's an op.
Gains vision and hits Keto. But yes, there is an op in the hands of Searson.
So this is the funny part. If G2 thought that BiG were saving, they wouldn't have had Kenny out there like that.
Fair point.
So that worked out pretty well for them.
Next gonna get a chance though. Going in with the AUG. Sniper's still up. Obviously they know Searson's gonna try and milk that op for an opening pick somewhere.
Heavy lean to A.
For the moment, it's the right call. But you know Amanek's kind of stressed. Hunter's trying to let him know, reassure him. There is no mid to B for the moment. CT smoked. Now he sees the bodies coming inwards. Hunter, just playing with minimal cover here. Keto just shoots him in the back of the skull. Keto got up close. Nexa eating a flash. He needs to regain. He's, oh no, swapping weapons. Able to get it back out just in the nick of time. Tizian has him dead to rights. 47 health left over. Tizian has not gotten his hands onto any of the weapons that surround him, and so he is caught by Jax, a 13th from G2. They stop the bleeding.
Yeah, you can easily see a round like that fall apart because, you know, of course, you lose your Opera that quickly. 5v4, Searson's picked it up. But, you know, all the while, BiG were saving. I think at that point, they kind of wish they had more behind it because that could have been the end of the game. But they do get another chance on the op with Searson. G2 are going to see that they were saving the whole time. So they're going to be more prepared to go up against the full-on rifle rounds, and Searson wins his duel straight on in versus Kenny S. He's going to be heard running into that smoke, but two CTs will fall back, and Nexa recovers the AWP, which is something, and we'll just see how proficient he can be with it, is the other. Maybe if they're landing, G2 Kenny can walk over to his computer and start playing.
That may be against the rules. But I didn't read them, but I have to assume. I have to. That if G2 assume that the threat's not near, they would be oh so wrong. Coming around the corner of long is BiG. Oh, it's really awkward to try and hold this. I mean, playing for the retake. Flash at the cross. That's great. It does blind 2 of the 3. Makes BiG a little more nervous. Now they start to lay down that utility. There's a gap. Can Nexa hit a shot like this? The first man gets over. And that's all they needed. That's the bomb plant with 2 players on cat and 2 positioned on long. Oh, what? Nexa just blows him away off of the car. The flashbang's great. Trades back the other way. 3 versus 2 here for BiG. They've got Nexa creeping up from CT spawn. And Jax, he's mollied off for the time being. Keto's looking ready to go because Jax is all that's left over, and BiG still looking like the kings of DUST2. G2 may have robbed the crown from Astralis, but BiG are now holding on to it. Jax looking to get into this bomb site, moving inwards, sees the player on long and dies to Tabson's AK. That's it. 3 maps needed. A justified pick from BiG. The head-to-head